Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Yep. Hi. You just enjoying the music. I just vibing. How you guys doing? How's everyone doing? Please let me know that we started this call. You don't want to miss to this call. Just what do you say like we're doing? Don't miss to this call. So please let's tell people to join the call ASAP as soon as possible. And let's get this started. This is 5:52, and then we officially kick off by 6 p.m. Until then, let me entertain you. Please, as you're joining us, do well to repost to the stream. Tell people that we are live right now so that we get started. Just is 7 minutes to our official time. So let's get it started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get the live stream started. Let me see some W's in the chat. If you're just joining the call and you haven't used the comment box before, this is the perfect time for you to do such a thing. Okay. So I need you to repost the stream. Hi Amadu, welcome. W's. W's in the chat. Okay, hi, Abubakar Mohammed. Hello, Abiodun. Thank you. Welcome. I see the W's in the chat. Okay, this is 5:55. 5 more minutes to the official start of the call. How are you guys doing? How's everyone? Hi, once again. I am your host, the one, the only goddess for a reason. I'll tell you the reason later. Hi, GM, you guys. Okay, let's get more people on the call. Honestly, trust me, you don't want to miss it. You do not want to miss it. If you're on X, you can repost it on X. If you're on YouTube as well, you can do well to repost on YouTube. And let's get started. Hi, greetings, greetings. How you doing? It's so nice to have you guys here. Another Thursday. Today we have a special guest in the house. Some of you, if you're following me on X, you already know um, who the person is. If you do not know who the person is, you should know who the person is. But yes, we're about to kick off in 4 minutes. So, hi, Bin Marlon. Welcome. Meanwhile, ignore the background noise. If you hear anything, just fight. Okay, so we have 4 more minutes. So tell me how the week has been for everyone. My class from you like it? Thank you. I do as well. It's very nice, don't you think? Oh yeah. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay. Okay. 3 more minutes to the start of the call. A lot has happened during this week, but yeah, exactly. We are staying in motion. We stayed in motion throughout this week. We've had a good time throughout this week. There are a lot that has happened during the week, and it's been really, really amazing, good ones, and all of that. So, what did you get down to this week? Did you start a new bounty? Did you start writing? Did you what happened? What happened this week? So sorry, I haven't slept properly in a day or two, and the yawn is coming in. But if you know you have not reposted the stream, please do well to repost it. Meanwhile, I need a bit of music to get me hyped up.
I'm kind of bad when I drop on the beat. Taking down my hair, got your eyes on me. You need it, you want it, but can you handle this? This lollipop is popping, you wanna give it a kiss.
Okay, I like this one. This one is certainly very, very interesting. Spotlighting Super Team NG products through designs. That's really good. That's amazing. What Super Team products have you spotlighted? Meanwhile, we have 1 more minute to the start of the call, and we will be officially live. So yeah, we are expecting more people. I should loud the music. We're expecting more people. So you guys, I'm sure you also have people that you are expecting. So let's get everyone in here right now, right this minute, right away, kind of right now, in this immediate time, while we do our countdown. Okay, hi guys, welcome to your favorite news channel. This is the Super Team NG FM. This is the Super Team NG News at 6. Welcome again, welcome. Good evening. Hi, my name is Gladys, and we are currently live at the Super Team NG. Just imagine that was what happened anytime that you saw the call. AKT people are already here, okay? Hi, Beardo. Abo really nine the rain this time around. I like it. I like it. Hi, Bri. How you doing? Bri is the love of my life now. Thank you very much. The divine has abandoned me, and now I've gotten a new wife. So yeah, GM Edafe, hi GM, everyone, and welcome again to the weekly community call with Super Team NG. This week a lot has happened, a lot like last week, and then there have been a few bounties, there have been a few shocking announcements, and all of that, but we already know what we're doing. Yeah, we do a lot of good things. I've seen a lot of um achievements, milestones by project, by all of that. And as you all know, we are in the hackathon season, so it's we are literally at the forefront. A lot of projects are being focused right now on building their startups, building their project. And today on the call would be having something in that regard. But before I dive in further, let us start showing you what has happened this week. Okay, welcome again. If it's your first time joining us, welcome to the community call. This is Super Team NG community call. We host this every Thursdays by 6 p.m. and generally have a good time. Here we come to talk about what has gone on in the Solana community, in the Super Team NG community, in the Solana ecosystem, in the Web3 ecosystem at large. And we just feed that back to you guys in the community. Also, we also bring about content and money making opportunities for you. There might be jobs and all of that. If you are not registered on some of these things, that is your business. Also, last week we had, not last week, this week we had a couple of things, but I'm going to say that after this first headline. Hi, hot take founder wins Adrena protocol design bounty. Congratulations to angry pacifist who is also known as El Makina, who is also known as Altis, who is also known as the machine himself. He is also the founder of the Hot Take app, and he just emerged first position for Adrena Protocols trading competition design bounty. What can't that man do? W's in the chat, please. Yes, W's in the chat. A round of applause, something like that. But yes, congratulations, Altis. Congratulations to every other person that's won that, but artists. Next up, we have Legion joining the Circle Alliance program. Legion has officially joined the Circle Alliance program, continuing its growth with support from SuperteamNG while building a transaction layer that enables users to seamlessly transact using stablecoins like USDC without requiring native gas tokens. That's like seamless transactions all around. You don't need to go and be borrowing gas fee from somebody. Do you understand what that means for you? If you've ever traded or you've ever like traded your USDC for fiat or for crypto, what did I just say? USDC to crypto. I thought. But if you ever needed to do that, now Legion is there for you. Okay. Yeah, I see the W's. I see the W's in the chat. W's and the chat. Okay, and that is just a bit of what has happened. Next up, we have the Nigeria Web3 landscape report, which highlighted Solana's dominance. Ugh, that was one of the big news this week. The Nigerian Web3 landscape Solana report 2025 by Hash the Margin positions Nigeria as one of the most active Web3 communities globally. One of the most active, and we have how many countries in the world? That's globally, with over 80% of startups building on or integrating Solana, which also ranks first in monthly developer activity, economics, ecosystem support, and developer excitement, while placing second as the most audited chain after Ethereum. Ethereum is just by a small margin. It's just a small margin. Small. Moreover, in the same report, SuperteamNG was named Nigeria's most active Web3 ecosystem for the second year in a row. And that's all thanks to you guys. Please, W's for you guys. Because you're not doing. So I hope I'm not closing straight off. Like, don't worry about it. We're not going to do that. But W's in the chat, because without you guys, basically, this is all for us. The most active Web3 community, like most active. We do this in our sleep, but this is only possible on Solana OPOS. First, one of the most active globally, first in monthly developer activity, first in economic ecosystem support, and first in developer excitement. Second, only seconds to Ethereum in the most audited chain. W's. La 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 la. Oh, you guys are so good. You guys are so wonderful. Thank you. I see the W's. Bullish, my love. Bullish Badeli on you too. Next up, we have Expend Bounty deadline extended by 1 week. Expend has extended its ongoing bounty program by an additional 7 days, giving creators more time to participate while maintaining the same price pool of 1,500 each for video creators and writers, with the new deadline now set for April 28, 2026. So you have like 5 days to go. April 28th, I believe. It's a long time away. Well, it's not a long time, but if you know you're trying to brush up on your bounties, your video, your writing, your article, whatever it is that you're submitting for the bounty, make sure to brush up on it now. If you're not participating on this bounty, there is still a slight chance for you to. You just have to do your research and kill. No, don't kill them, but sure, you understand what I mean. Okay, next up, let's go. Now, as we know, we are in currently during the Frontier Hackathon. Okay, Solana Frontier Hackathon, as you can see from our background, and Super Team NG has rolled out a full schedule for the hackathon prep. So we have a comprehensive lineup of activities leading to the Frontier Hackathon, including key sessions. As on April 23rd, we are going to be building with Moonpay AI agent CLI. That's today. April 27th is going to be co-working sessions across multiple states. A couple of states have already just done theirs, just concluded. River States personally concluded yesterday, along with some other states. I believe Ekiti, Adamawa, and all some other states concluded theirs yesterday as well. The co-working sessions were very wonderful, very amazing. Next up, we have April 28th, building privacy apps on Solana powered by Ashim. Then we have May 4th to 7th, which is speech reviews and Startup Village Nigeria. If you know you have registered for Startup Village Nigeria and you have been approved, I'm expecting that I'm going to see you there because I'm going to be there live and direct to be listening to all the pitches, to hear all the products and product ideas that are there. And then on May 8th, May 8th is Startup Village Demo Day, where all these products that have gone through this prep are going to come up on stage and demo their products. Okay, so if you know you are one of them, I hope you're prepared. Don't miss out. Now, the following recurring support sessions include, so Monday to Fridays are office hours where you can talk to either the lead for the dev community, for the dev guild, or the lead for the product guild, or her assistant as well. So that's office hours. Then we have every Friday, which is Pitch Fridays with Zubi. Yes, every Friday, Pitch Fridays with Zubi. You should not miss tomorrow's own. Trust me. Last week's own was with Zubi and Check, with Alex hosting. Don't miss this week's own. Then every Sunday is the developers call. You already know if you're in the developers guild, you should already know how this goes. So do not miss out on that. Meanwhile, how was the co-working space for those who participated or who attended? I would like to know from your end who is coming to Startup Village as well, who is not. Tell me your reasons why you did not attend either your co-working or you're not coming for Startup Village. I want to know your reasons why. Who knows? Something might happen. I might sympathize. But yes, let's talk about it. Yep. You say you're just hearing first everywhere. That's what we do. It's only possible on Solana, please. OPOS, yes. Hi, Fave. Welcome. Okay, yeah, I see the W's in the chat. Okay, while that is going on, let's talk a bit about where our is. Of course, I was a host. Why would it be fun? So I call it pride. You people should call it pride, but I have more stuff for it. Call it pride, but it was good. But it was a good thing. Yes, OPOS. Hello, Jibal. Hi, Fave. Welcome. Okay, so we're still waiting on that. Still waiting on that. Wow, Ramak. Yeah, Haley. Okay. What happened to my voice? I have been struggling with one particular cough for the longest time, and it's been draining me. But don't worry, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. So why those W's are in the chat? Let's talk about what we have in our GDP. I'm almost at 1.5 and I like it. Yes, 1,423,936 dollars in community GDP. Pa, 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 pa. I'm sorry, drum rolls. Let's go. Yes, that's what we have in community GDP. Sorry. This is contribution. I just want to know who has that $6 that's at the back. That's the only thing that I want to know. Hi, Solite. Hello. Oh my God. Hi, tap to win. Mona, don't be using the chat. Yes, this $6 at the back. Maybe when I give them to me. I know. Please, I beg you, just give it to me. Okay, so this is what we currently have right now, and it's all thanks to everyone's efforts and everyone's contributions. That's what our community GDP is all about. We are going to start right now. Our guest is backstage, and it's my honor and my pleasure to announce. Wait, please, the W's in the chat because this one has to. So we have a special guest in the house, none other than Dr. Harry Obi, lead for Super Team NG. I want to see those W's as I bring him off stage. Hi, Dr. Harry, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you. How's it going?
It's going well. It's fine. It's been a while since we had you on this call. Uh,
Yeah. Can you see hear me?
we can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Oh, okay.
Why did you leave us?
Um okay, give me a minute. Oh,
Okay.
banana.
Welcome back. Please tell me it's not raining in Lagos and your Starlink is not about to go off.
No, I don't even think I'm connected to the Starlink. I think I'm connected to the my regular Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. Okay, beautiful. Okay, so there's no need for an introduction. For those who do not know Harry, that go and do your research. I can't even help you with that. So we are currently in hackathon prep, basically for the Frontier Hackathon, and we have a couple of questions. Frequently asked questions, especially for founders. Founders are very, especially when you see developers, they are very quick to build an idea. It's always good to build, very fun, very fantastic, but they always seem to come to a block when it comes to distribution. So my first question is, what does a team have to do, like in their first 30 days post hackathon, after building, to transition from just a product to having like a growing user base?
Yes. I think the first thing that you want to do is identify the core action that you want your users to take. The action that will provide value to obviously the startup. Um, for a product like podcast, for example, is swaps, right? For a product like Netlify, it's probably um, carrying out a transaction, right? For a
Okay.
product like FB Pay, for example, it's using um, paying your bills, whatever it is, or with Orbit,
Okay.
still swaps, right? That's like so you need to identify what exactly you want them to do.
Okay.
For a lot of people, I think it's just vibes, right? People don't even know the action that they want their users to take, right? So once you're able to identify that, you can now say um, what you can now start tracking metrics that matter, metrics like retention, for example, where the users coming from, right? What is our retention metric like, right?
Okay.
I think those are like the first important things that you want to first sort of identify.
Okay.
And then you can now tap into communities, right, as part of your go-to-market strategy. Um, and it doesn't have your Solana native product doesn't obviously only have to be the Super Team Manager community. There are now like different communities in the ecosystem that you can tap into. For example, look at what Riva is doing with the LP Army, right?
Okay.
Can see them reaching out to like all of these adjacent communities to see how these communities can also help them with distribution, right?
Okay.
So it's reaching out to these communities, speaking to the communities, letting them know about what you're building. Um, there's also bounty. The way we've structured our community is we've been able to make it very easy for early stage startups to find their first 100 to 1,000 users, right? And one of those mediums that have worked effectively for a lot of brands is SuperteamNG, right? So list a bounty and get our community of talent to create content about the bounty, to test the create content about the product, to test the product, and to share feedback, become early adopters, right? So I think those are like the first few steps that um, any product want to take post hackathon. Obviously, you also want to um, continue to push out really good, engaging content on your socials because most often than not, the judges will actually look out for what is happening on your social media, right? Also, the founder has to be very active. So that's why we encourage build in the open, right? So yeah, you take all of these steps. The beautiful thing about marketing generally is it's almost immediately you're able to identify those channels that are very effective
Okay.
in acquiring customers, right? And you're able to double down on those channels. So if it's a community that's bringing more of your users, obviously you now know that you need to start partnering, engaging communities. If it's paid channels, if it's KOL marketing, if it's partnership announcement with other projects, very easily. If it's content marketing, sometimes it's content marketing via social channels. Whatever it is, you're able to identify it quickly and say, okay, this channel is really working and I need to double down. And the ones that aren't working effectively, either we dump those or we find ways to optimize or to make them better. So yeah.
Okay. Okay. Good. So you've talked a bit about communities and as a distribution channel. Would you say that builders should go maybe like niche down on just one particular community? Maybe you have the way Super Team NG is, for example. I mean, obviously for your first 1,000 users, or they should try to target global GTM from the beginning.
So there's something that I always say. I always say build locally and scale globally, right?
Okay.
Um, so what that means is it's better to start building out from your immediate environment and for your immediate environment from and for your immediate environment and market because again you have an unfair advantage because you understand the terrain, you understand the people, most times you understand the user behavior.
Hmm.
So it's very easy for you to scale up very well and and also sort of validates the idea, right?
Okay.
If 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 a member of Super Team Nigeria community, for example, likes this product, um, then it means that a Super Team UAE member would likely love the product,
Okay.
right? But the Super Team Nigeria or Nigeria might be gracious enough to tell you that, okay, this product isn't um isn't all that, or this is where I think that you could close the loopholes.
Okay.
Nobody's saying that you should not shoot for the stars from day one, but you're able to iterate faster. There's an unfair advantage in terms of distribution. You understand the terrain, you understand the market. So that's why we always encourage that you start by building small for your market, then you niche down. And we've seen examples like this. Give an example of base market, right? Base markets did not wake up to tomorrow, today, and just say, you know what, I want to start competing with the likes of the poly market and the cow sheep.
Yeah.
Like, what can we do here that would make us grow 10x? And the answer to that is building for the local market, for the local outcome. Now, right now, if you want to, Nigerians prefer to use base market than they would Kashi,
Yeah.
right? Because again, I might not be too conversant or understand sort of global news or international context, but I definitely know that Davido would likely, or Wizkid, somebody would likely jump on Wizkid's stage in his recent concert, right? So it's why we encourage people to build locally. Once you're able to build locally, you can now start expanding, and that's what a product like Base Market is doing. Very easy for them to now start expanding into other African regions, right? Before you know, they can now start shooting global, right? Um, it's not to say that building globally is bad. It's just that for an early stage founder, which are most of the founders in our ecosystem, and especially those that are building for the hackathon, um, you'll be doing yourself really good did, and becomes relatively easy for you to build if you start really small, niche down, and then scale from there.
Okay. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So now we've talked about how to get this founder this community rather, how you can your first users and all of that. But beyond the whole, LFG, W's in the chats, let's fucking the initial hype and all of that. How can you turn these users? How can you say want to turn these users into like a strong community, like that's very loyal, very dedicated, that will stay with your product?
Yes. I mean, and a very good example is I mean, we've seen a few products within our ecosystem like really do a good job of building communities. Some of them are really global. Some of them are regional. For example, the Software guys, amazing work that BT has been able to do to build out like a community for Software Nigeria. There's also LP Army by Crego, amazing job. And there's also LB Spay. LB Spay they have a very passionate community. And you can see that from the Twitter engagement. And I use them as a good example because they spent the past few months just doing the basic product, building out the most basic product that anyone can build, which is paying bills via crypto. And now that integrated um, um, swaps, right, or bits via patch cash, that community that they've been able to build are now the ones that are utilizing the product, which is a great example of why there are no downsides for building a community, right? Because you can immediately turn those community to users, turn those community to advocate, right? These are like really good examples that I can think of. The best way to now sort of talk. What was the question again?
So we are talking about how to turn these users into a strong community, like
Yes.
loyal
Then
customers.
yes, yeah. The next step would be to so you want your users to feel like they're building the startup or the product with you, right? It's the best way. Um, so you do this by giving them roles, right? To give them, I mean, we talk about giving your community role, and we talk about this in the Super Team Manager community, abundance of leaders. Let people feel like they're actually co-owners of the product or of the startup, right? Give them an identity. Like LBs now, for example, they call their users Falcons. Patch Cash, what do they call that? That's again, Pajas.
We don't even.
Yeah, so and then the Soulflare, Guardians, LPME, right? You want them to identify with the product, and then you can now start giving roles in the community, maybe community manager, and maybe this, maybe that. So it's one way of turning users into community. Another way is obviously economic incentive. It's very important that people feel like they can make money from this, right? Or get some sort of reward. Doesn't have to be money directly. It could be cash back. It could be loyalty points that they can convert. Um, it could be giveaways. It could be there's several ways of just incentivizing these users to be part of so they're not just using the product, but they're like, okay, I want to be part of this because there's something I can gain from this, right?
Okay. Okay.
Generally, what you want to achieve is for them to feel like I've said, to feel like they actually own the brand and they're part of the brand. Guardians legit feel like they are part owners of Soulflare and that they're helping Soulflare grow, right?
Yeah.
So that is a very good example. So yeah.
Okay, okay, beautiful. I mean, you have already mentioned some examples of products that you feel like have already niched down, have already gotten the GTM and the whole community team on track and all of that. Which ones would you say? I know this is a kind of a trick question now, but what? Okay, let me not ask you which one would you say. I would say, what have you seen in some products that they are failing at to get to this particular level, to the level of distribution they are meant to?
Products that are failing to
I did not say mention the products. Like, what have you seen? Like the failings. Let me not set you up. So, products that you have seen that have failed in a certain way. Like, so if you can just tell us what are those failures where so that it can be corrected all around.
yeah, I think that um I think that products generally underestimate the importance of building your loyal users and slash community, right? When people think about community in crypto, the concept of community has been bastardized a lot. People just think they're just a group of farmers or people um that are coming to just benefit and then they run off, right?
Okay.
But we've seen really good products and projects and startups convert the users to actual community. And this is not a web, this is not even like a web3 thing, right? People like, I mean, Rice Vest, for example, is a very good example. They're a web2 company.
Okay.
They've had a community for the longest time. Piggyvest also have a very strong community. You mentioned all the top consumer facing applications in Web2 in Nigeria. They all have very strong community advocates. Many like what's the name of this one now? They have a campus ambassador program and they've been running a campus ambassador program for over a decade, right?
Is that push?
Um no, not Bushers, is a Web2 company. So there are there's so many upsides of building a community that I see a lot of people neglect, right? Because again, your community members will become advocates, and the best form of marketing is word of mouth marketing. It's not putting up billboards and spending millions on TV. It's carry wise. The carry wise the answer. It's when somebody uses your product and can and tells their parents or their sibling or their friends about your product, right? It doesn't get better than that. So I've seen products launch without thinking that they need a community, right? It's a way of retaining users, right?
Okay.
So yeah, if you're building I've also seen products maybe because there's Super Team Nigeria, they're like, okay, they would um tap into the Super Team Nigeria community. Yes, we're always open to supporting that, but I also think products should start building their own community It makes the job easier and makes marketing adoption of the product, scaling it generally easy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. One more question. Online distribution or offline distribution? Which would you prefer?
I mean, I think because we're in the internet age, right? You really cannot. Yeah, you really cannot abandon online distribution, right? Because again, a lot of the products are SaaS companies. A lot of multi-billion-dollar companies are SaaS companies. Software as a service. So that means that they're internet-based companies, right? So you cannot fully abandon that, especially in this age. But you also need to understand your local market. And Nigeria is a largely informal market. So it means that a lot of the trade and a lot of the economic activity actually happens offline. Cash is still king,
Yeah.
right? So even while you're building a software company, your market is primarily based online. You do not want to fully abandon what goes on offline, right? Because that's where the economic activity, the transaction, the volume, money moves, right?
Yeah.
So a combination of both will make a lot of sense. While you are distributing online, you're also trying to see if there are offline channels that you can tap into. And a good example is Biz Market. Biz Market have been doing a campaign and where they're branding bosses all over Nigeria with their communication. And we see people say, oh, they found this product because of what they saw the ad on a bus, right? So you don't want to abandon that strategy. So a combination of both would make sense. Offline is more expensive, but it's worth it.
Okay. Okay. Very good. All right. Just to round us off, what I know a lot of builders are here and they've been building for this hackathon. What would you advise? What's your advice to them generally for as a builder, as a founder?
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this is something we started advocating for when we realized that the end goal is not always to win a hackathon. Winning a hackathon is nice, but I would pick a Nectify. I would pick an Evolution. I would pick any of these guys over winning a hackathon, right? These guys have processed millions of dollars in transaction. These guys have talents that they pay salaries. These guys have offices. These guys are actually building companies on Solana, right? And I would pick these guys 10 times over a company, a startup that would win a hackathon and abandon the hackathon idea. It serves no purpose. We're not here to win hackathons. We're here to build and to scale product and to scale companies,
Yeah.
right? And we've had products that have won a hackathon and they've disappeared into thin air. That is not the goal for us. It's fine it's fine if you don't win a hackathon. Like the fact did not win the last hackathon, even though they got an honorary mention. But they've continued building, they've continued processing transactions. They've done over 7 million TVP right now. They've raised their pre-seed. There's a lot of interest, and they keep growing. Right, that is what success is to me. So it's nice to be for the hackathon. It's nice to win hackathon. It's nice to, but your goal for building a startup is to scale that company into one that is very successful. So that is the message I want to share with all the builders. It's amazing to participate and win a hackathon. It makes the process easier. It's a shortcut to glory. But we don't want it to end at the hackathon. We want it to continue building really successful companies, and of course, doing that on Solana.
Okay, obviously. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I think that brings us to the end of this segment. I even overshot my questions because it was an interesting conversation. So I would like to say thank you for coming on the call. So we don't take much of your time. We'll just let you go now. But thank you for making out the time to come and talk to us. And We'll see you some other time then.
All right, guys. Have
Thank
fun.
you.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye. W's in the chat. Yes, that was Harry, one of the leads for Super Team NG. And in the spirit of it, let me introduce you people to your leads. If you do not know your leads, this is the perfect time for you to know your leads. But that was a very interesting conversation. So if you know you're a builder, you know you're a founder that is building for the hackathon, don't just build for the hackathon. If you know you're building a startup, about you're participating in this hackathon, good. These are some of the things you need to know. You know you have been struggling with how to get your first 1,000 users. You heard what he said. While you be like building locally and scaling globally, first you already have the unfair advantage in your home turf. So utilize that and then scale from there. Okay. If you didn't jot things down, hopefully this is recorded that you can go back and go and listen to it. Oh, hi. Cheers from Super Brazil. Is that Brazil? Hi. Hello, yes, let's build. So yes, that was Harry. Harry will be one of the leads for Super Team NG, and we have the two of them as you can see on the organogram. That is Uzube Zudo, who is also the lead of Super Team. He's the lead of Super Team NG. Harry is also the lead. Both of them are leads. So Uzube Zudo, Harry Obi, one cannot exist without the other. Yin Yang, Tic Tac, something like that. But yes, those are the leads. Then we have our guild leads. We have TOC with the design guild. Please, as I'm calling your name, just this is roll call. Chabuya, chabuya, bro. If you are here, just drop a comment in the comment section. Hi. Okay, so we have TOC with the design guild. We have Alex with the developer guild. We have Creepdo with the content guild. Ashley and Lily with the product guild. We have Altus, the El Makina, and Asielamaka with the writers guild. Then we have Oshodi and Dami Oshodi, both of them is shout with the animators guild. So yes, those are the guild leads, and those are the people managing the guilds. Whatever skill that you have on Super Team, you can just come and apply it here, and these are the people that you need to meet that would help you with this, that, this. None of these people answered present. Everywhere I'm going to report you to Tisha. But we would not be able to be running all of this on our own if not for the presence of the one and the only lovely lady Flo. Flo is the chief of operations, and she is doing marvelous work. She's doing amazing work, literally the cog behind the wheels. So W's in the chat for all the leads, all the guild leads, our country leads, and Flo, who is our chief of operations. Yes, you will still start utilizing them. I was looking for you. Share they say answer present. You say you refuse to answer present. Okay, so content guild is present. Who else is present? Only content guild. Wow. Never trust men. And women, apparently, because none of the women are here. Next up, let's talk about what has been going on with you. What would you like to know? Would you like to know how to join a particular community? Is there a fight that you want to fight with somebody? Is there a suggestion that you have, a comment that maybe your state won't say you cannot say again? Now this is the perfect time to actually talk about this. Okay, say Alex Uncle, I mentioned him, he's not present. So let's talk about it. This is the open chat session. Although we had a very interesting session already, we've talked about a lot of things, and we've delved into insightful topics and all of that. So I will need you to talk to me and tell me all the things you need, something along those lines. So talk. Let's talk. If there is nothing, say build locally and scale. I don't understand this. Yeah, it was carry wise. I don't understand that comment. So now you're a startup founder. Ad founders, no problem. I don't know what you started, but no problem. Say you've been trying to talk to me since last year. you What is your problem? Operation Find Monarch. Monarch is here though. Monarch. Oh, digital Monarch or the analog one? It says sending 10 people 10 million. No, 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 no. So sometimes X's timeline is very, very messed up. They might have sent them that message like a long time ago. You don't even know what's going on. But okay, I believe in the absence of that, let us talk about our social media. So we have follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and on LinkedIn. Especially if you're on LinkedIn, LinkedIn is very important. Also, make sure you're subscribing to our Substack. Okay, our Substack is very much active, and you need to know what's going on. It's a cumulative report of everything that has happened in a month. Because if you know you're a serial misser of community calls, that one is for you. But you shouldn't really be missing community calls. That's how people miss community calls, and you do not know the one event is happening. Also, if you want to know when an event is happening, follow us on Twitter. Also follow your state mod on Twitter so that you know when some of these things are happening. Turn on your notifications as well, because ah ah don't like don't I know one particular person that has missed a lot of events because they will either did not turn on their notifications, or they are not following their state mod. It is serial missile. Just missing. With that, we've come to the end of the call. I mean, we've done a very wonderful session already, and yeah, this is like 6:43, and I mean, with the news and everything. I hope that you guys, I will see you guys next week. Please invite somebody to invite somebody, okay? And make sure they do not miss it. Since you're early today, very early, like the earliest you have ever been. We are sharing grace. That's when you're coming. You want to follow me? Don't follow me anyway. Listen, yes, you don't follow me. Do not follow me. Okay? Okay. Very good. Okay, with that, I have come to the end of the segment. This was the news at 6. Follow Super Team NG for more of this updates. Okay, and I'll see you next time, next week, same time. Stay tuned for who our guest would be.